Hello everyone, back into today's video, going to have a look at the weather for next week's 10 days for today's video. So yes, we've got hot weather coming up over the next few days. We're going to be seeing temperatures reaching below 30s in the coming days. Cool down from the sort of end of week into the weekend, probably involving some sort of thundery breakdown. And then after that, next week looking perhaps a little bit cooler and more unsettled. But we'll go through the data and see what's on the way for the next 10 to 14 days for you very shortly. There's a really busy weekend of updates this weekend, so you haven't caught up with them. They are all on the YouTube channel and at GavsWeatherVids.com, so there's plenty there to be catching up with. We had a Sunday afternoon live stream yesterday afternoon at 5 o'clock, and it really massive response to that. I know there were several people who asked questions, and I wasn't able to answer all those questions, so please ask them again on Wednesday. We will be live streaming again from 6 o'clock on Wednesday, so I'll hopefully be able to take more of your questions on Wednesday. I'm really sorry to anybody who had their question missed out. When we get like hundreds of comments being posted within the space of an hour, and we've got over 100 concurrent viewers as we did on Sunday, then it is quite difficult to keep up with the flow. So we're going to try and answer more questions for you on Wednesdays, or in Wednesday's live stream, which will be from 6 o'clock. Right, so if we do anything else, I'm going to say hello and a big thank you to our latest patrons. So we've got 57 patrons for GavsWeatherVids. Hello, and thank you so much to our patrons. And hello, a special thank you to latest patron Chris Longhorn. Thank you so much, Chris Longhorn, for becoming GavsWeatherVids' latest patron. I know it's taken me a while to get round to you, so I'm really sorry about that. I have had a backlog of people to shout out. So this is your shout out, Chris. Thank you so much for becoming a patron for GavsWeatherVids. It's absolutely fantastic. If you'd like to become a patron for GavsWeatherVids, you only need to come to GavsWeatherVids Patreon page, sign up for a Patreon account if you haven't already got one, and then you can give an ongoing monthly donation. It can be anything from $1 a month to GavsWeatherVids, and that's absolutely great and fantastic. Thank you so much to all of our patrons, and a special thank you to Chris Longhorn. You can also become a donor for GavsWeatherVids through PayPal. So this is GavsWeatherVids' PayPal page. It's really simple, of course. Most people have a PayPal account these days, so you just sign into your PayPal account and you can donate whatever amount of money you want to GavsWeatherVids. And of course, we have got channel membership for GavsWeatherVids as well. So hello and thank you so much to all of our channel members. If you'd like to become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids, then click the join button on the GavsWeatherVids YouTube homepage or with the videos. And that takes you to another page where you can sign up and become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. Whether you're a patron, whether you're a donor, whether you're a channel member, the support that you have given to GavsWeatherVids over these past few weeks and months has been absolutely phenomenal. So thank you so much, everybody, for all of your support. It's absolutely amazing, and thank you so much to all of you for doing that. It really is very, very special what you've done for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. We are reaching a few milestones at the moment, or getting close to a few milestones. We're not quite there, but we are getting closer to them. So let's zoom in, and we can see that on the channel we are currently at 6,870 subscribers, trying to get to 7,000 subscribers by the end of the summer. So we need to put on around another 120 to 130 subscribers before the end of August. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do this. It would be very nice if we could. So if you aren't yet subscribed to GavsWeatherVids YouTube channel, then please click the subscribe button and enable all notifications. You will be notified when we are live streaming and releasing content. We are also getting very close now to 5 million video views. So we're currently at 4,890,375 video views for the channel. Just over another 100,000 video views to go, and that will get us to 5 million video views. So that's going to be a really big milestone when we get to that. That is a lot of people watching our content. So that's absolutely amazing to be reaching very close to 5 billion video views. So please subscribe to the channel, enable all notifications, and that would be absolutely great if you can do that. And of course, tell your friends as well to subscribe, especially if they've got an interest in the weather. Share the videos where you can. You can share them on forums and on your Facebook pages and so on. We want our videos to be shared as far and wide as possible across social media, etc. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like the video, share the videos, and please subscribe and get your friends to subscribe to the channel. And we will eventually get to 7 million. Hope eventually get to 7,000 subscribers, hopefully before the end of the summer. Right, so central temperature is looking like this, and the CET is currently standing at, for the provisional yesterday, which is the 21st of June, the CET is currently standing at 14.6. That's an anomaly of 0.6 of a degree above average. Excuse me, this is going to go up even more over the next few days. It's just a little bit above average at the moment. This will move upwards, though, in the coming days as we get these hot winds coming up from the south in the next few days between like tomorrow and around Friday. However, longer term outlook is perhaps something a little bit cooler and more unsettled again as we get towards days 7 to 10. So these are the 500 millibar height anomaly flow charts from the Penn State University for the next week, 10 days, with the ECMWF on the top and the GFS, which I'll have in a moment, on the bottom. 500 millibars is now in absolute high pressure and low pressure are being moved around by the jet stream running above. Red accelerates high pressure, blue to low pressure. You can see that with the ECM, this is the ECMWF, of course. With the ECM, we've got below average heights to the north of the country, above average heights to our south in the 7 to 10 day time frame, getting us to around to the 2nd of July, so into the opening days of July. Looks rather unsettled with westerly winds and low pressure to the north. We also have hints of high pressure within the northern latitudes here, so the ECM is also raising heights in the northern latitudes, and that's a little bit of northern blocking that we've got going on there, which isn't a particularly good sign in the summer. This is how the GFS is looking as well. So with this, we've got below average heights to our southeast, above average heights in the middle of the Atlantic. Again, hints of some northern blocking over the Arctic. Jet stream doing something a little bit like that. So a little bit westerly, a little bit Atlantic driven with both the GFS and with the ECM, telling us we are likely to have quite an unsettled beginning to July. These are the upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks of the GFS. So the red line is 30-year upper air temperature average, starting very close to average at the moment. We're going to see those temperatures lifting up over the next few days. So it is going to be turning hotter. Of course, we're going to have this hot spell coming up in the next few days, 10 to 15 Celsius, 850 HPA. That's probably going to be enough to lift the temperature to 32, 31, to 31, 32, something like that, around the 90 Fahrenheit mark. Somewhere like London, I would have thought, in the second half week. After that, over weekend into next week, the temperatures drop, so they start to cool off. And after that, as we go through the first week of July, that's this period just here, looks generally average to possibly a little bit below average with the upper air temperatures there. So definitely a cooler first week to July. Precipitation-wise, lots of dry weather coming up with this hot spell. Then the risk of some thunderstorms at the end of the week and into the weekend. Through the first week of July, again, probably a little bit on the showery side then as it turns cooler. Temperature anomaly is from the 22nd to the 30th of June, warmer than average, so it is going to be a significantly warmer than average week, not just for the UK, but for many parts of Europe. Precipitation anomalies from the 22nd to the 30th of June, looking like that. Drier than average, actually, for much of England and Wales, a little bit wetter than average, west of Scotland and the Northern Ireland. So the UK Met model is looking for Thursday, pulling up the winds from the southeast, so it's going to be hot on Thursday. pressure gradients are weakening a little bit, so it could be a few thunderstorms breaking out, but hot southeasterly winds for Thursday, and generally, yes, it's looking like we could see temperatures into the low 30s Celsius on Thursday. Friday, pressure beginning to weaken as low pressure edges up from the south and also edges in from the west, so kind of like got a pincer movement going on here, and just generally turning things more unsettled. With the heat and humidity, there will be a growing risk of thunderstorms, I think, as we move through Friday. They push through Friday into Saturday, and we go into this cooler westerly flow, and then that's how we look on Sunday. Again, low pressure out to the west of Scotland. We're bringing cooler air from the Atlantic, so it's cooler, fresher, and also windier with showers, and probably longer spells of rain, particularly for more northwestern parts of the country. That's UK Met. This is how the GFS is looking. So again, we've got high pressure over and to the east of the country Thursday, bringing these hot southeasterly winds. So again, expect temperatures to go into the low 30s on Thursday. Friday, thundery breakdown takes place. Could be thunderstorms breaking out through Thursday into Friday. Saturday, we're going into a cooler, fresher push of winds from off the Atlantic. And then Sunday, with cooler, fresher, showery in the north. I would have thought probably reasonably dry down in the south, and maybe still quite warm actually in the south, but temperatures do drop from where they are sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Into the early part of next week, again, we're looking rather showery as low pressure comes in off the Atlantic. That takes up to day 10, which is the 2nd of July, looking quite showery and a bit on the cool side as well. And into the more extended range, when it's a case of low pressure in control, really, excuse me, again, until we get to around the 6th of July, something like that, to the 8th, and then we're starting to build up some higher pressure to our south, possibly just begin to turn things a little bit drier and warmer down in the south, but still looking a bit showery up in the north. The GM also looking hot for Thursday, with a risk of scattered thunderstorms on Thursday, and then storms get more widespread on Friday. Saturday to Sunday, cooler air starting to come in from off the Atlantic, so we cool things down, turn it fresher as well. And then running up towards day 10, we have higher pressure in the south, lower pressure in the north, so looking up to day 10, looking cooler and showery with the GM2. And then we've got the ECMWF, and again we're pulling in these hot southeasterly winds on Thursday. Temperatures will be into the low 30s down south, thundery breakdown for Friday. Those thunderstorms clear away into the North Sea on Saturday, and we start to bring in cooler and fresher air from off the Atlantic. That's Sunday, again cooler, fresher and rather showery in the north and in the west. And then moving up towards day 10, so we go cooler, showery up to day 10, which takes us to the 2nd of July. Most unsettled up in the north, probably not too much rain going through to the south, but I would have thought showers at times going through to the south with longer spells rain in the north. And temperatures again at the start of July do look a little bit on the cool side. This precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Tameteo.com. So showery rain up in the north and the west today. It's settling down though in the south. The trend over the next few days will be to turn things increasingly dry and hot through to the middle part of the week. By the time we get through to sort of Thursday, Friday, we're just seeing a few heavy showers and those storms begin to break out in the far northwest. However, most places look dry really up to Thursday and Friday. That's Saturday, sort of Friday night into Saturday. Then things look like they're turning more thundery, so we've got some storms breaking out in the south, some through central and northern parts of the country as well. And then thunderstorms really trundling over to the eastern side through Saturday, clearing away, with showers following in from the west. This is Sunday again, showers or longer spells of rain coming in from off the Atlantic. Into next week, so wettest weather through central and northern areas, mostly dry down in that southeastern corner up to day 10. Still quite showery up in the north up to day 10, mainly dry down in the south. Not too much rain being forecast for southern counties. What rain there is after the thundery breakdown tends to be more towards the north, but all areas will see the temperature becoming cooler. These are the options are on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. Gets us to the 2nd of July. 19 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, winds are in from the west. So obviously that's going to be driest for the south, most are settled up to the north. 19 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure down down to our southwest. Still some lower pressure up to the north, or weaker pressure up to the north, I suppose. Jet stream doing something a little bit like that. That does include the operational and the control run. Operation run is the run we've just been looking at, of course. And 13 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure going further northwards, low pressure plunging to our east, winds in from the north. That's the coolest, and most unsettled option. Running out to 2 weeks away, this is what happens. So it eventually looks like we start to hint, anyway, at beginning to build up a little bit of a ridge. So I think what's happening here, we've got some lower pressure just there and just here, and just there, it looks like we're starting to build up a ridge within the 500 millibar flow. This is the beginnings of an area of high pressure, I think, developing in the 500 millibar flow up to 2 weeks out, which is the 7th of July. So an unsettled start to July, but possibly by the time we get through to week 2, we're seeing hints, maybe, of higher pressure can start getting going then. Let's have a look at CFSV2 finally. So these are 500 millibar heights broken down into weekly periods. The first weekly period will take from the 22nd, 28th of June. The coming week has high pressure to our east, low pressure to our northwest, jet stream and flow doing something like that. It's going to be very warm in the next few days, hot for the south, and then we bring the trough in from off the Atlantic and have a thundery breakdown. Week 2 looks more unsettled. It's 29th of June to the 5th of July. High pressure is to our south, low pressure is to the north. Winds are coming in from off the Atlantic, so that one is definitely turning more unsettled and cooler there as we go through to the beginning of July. Week 3 is the 6th to the 12th of July. Then high pressure starting to come back, sitting just to our west-southwest. Low pressure moving over to Scandinavia. So with that, we're doing something like this. We're flowing with the jet. Looks like it's generally settling down. I don't think it would be particularly hot as we're on the cool side of the ridge, really. But it would be pleasant. It's the middle of July. Area of high pressure close to us. So you would expect a lot of very pleasantly warm and fine weather with that. And then week 4 is the 13th to the 19th of July. And this looks quite nice as well. Above average heights through the UK, extending out into the Atlantic. Some lower pressure up here. Again, not sure it's particularly hot, as the flow and the jet are probably doing something like that. But it would be warm. It would be very pleasant under that high pressure. There'd be plenty of sunshine and just overall very, very pleasant mid-summer weather. Temperature anomalies with the CFSV2 look like this from the 22nd to 28th of June, hotter than average in the week ahead. We have got a little bit of a heat wave on our hands, as we've been saying, but week 2 goes a lot cooler. This is the 22nd of June to the 5th of July. Temperatures take a plummet then, and it goes a lot cooler as the winds turn into the west. Recovery of temperatures begins to take place in week 3. This is the 6th to the 12th of July. They're starting to pick back up in more southern areas anyway. By the time we get through to week 4, which is the 13th to the 19th of July, we're hinting at being warmer than average anyway, perhaps not overly hot, but we're certainly hinting at like going to around a degree or so above average, which that's going to be very warm, pleasantly warm, potentially very warm as you get through to the middle of July. And then finally precipitation with CFSV2, so week 1, 22nd, 28th of June, drier, more towards the east of the country, wetter out to the west, and that's starting to of course, turn thundery from the west. Week 3, although it's a more unsettled week 2, I should say, 29th of June to 5th of July, although it's a more unsettled week, it's not particularly wet. Actually, rainfall is quite close to average. Week 3, which is the 6th through to the 12th of July, is drier than average as the high pressure gets involved, and week 4, 13th to the 19th of July, is also drier than average. So the long-term prospects look like we're talking about hot weather in the next few days, of course, then a thundery breakdown the end of the week. Weekend into next week is cooler, fresher, more showery. That takes us through the opening days of July, possibly the first week of July. But it doesn't look as though we've got too long to wait into July before we get ourselves back to higher pressure. And yeah, so as July progresses, we should start to see high pressure returning, setting us down again, and turning us drier and warmer once more. And I would anticipate that happens like towards the end of the end of the first week of July into the second week of July, something like that. Right then, so that's it for your video for today. So I hope you found it interesting and informative. Please give us a like on the video, give us a thumbs up, and let YouTube know that you have enjoyed our content today. Don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments, and also subscribe to the channel, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Share the video where you can across social media and so on. And yeah, and don't forget to tell your friends about our channel as well, and tell them to subscribe, and that'd be absolutely great. Tomorrow we've got the ECMWF 30-day look ahead, and we'll also have a week to 10-day video update coming up tomorrow as well. But for today's video, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.